Today I'm restoring one of the finest cars ever to come out of France. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:63 scale Matchbox Superfast Citroën SM. This casting debuted in the 1:75 series and was produced from 1972 to 1977 as number MB51. The tailgate's got some fitment issues. There's a couple of rub marks on the roof and some other slight imperfections, but otherwise it's complete and in pretty good condition. I got this one in a mail call from Artie's Diecast Workshop. I'm going to give it an overall cleaning as well as a basic color change inside and out with a few added details. There is a regular size post in the front, but those two in the back are minuscule redline size. Nice clear glass with a louvered back window. The plastic interior is riveted to the chassis, so I've got to drill those out and pop it free. This will get cleaned and sprayed tan leather brown. I'm going to refurbish the original wheels because of the size of those and the fit that's important. Metal chassis with some toning. That'll get the full polish treatment. The very important paint stripping stage usually reveals any imperfections that lay beneath. Mine usually works very quickly and completely. But on the Citroën, it left a couple of bad patches that I need to clean off with a wire attachment on my rotary tool. No big deal. I use the same brand engine degreaser on my real car that I do here on the hobby bench, and that means it's ready for a quick shot of primer. It's a matte white spray can from the hardware store. Coming up on Maple Leaf Customs, you're going to see a bullfight. Two Lamborghinis facing off against each other. The Four Horsemen theme for September is tow trucks. Everyone's invited to join in. My wife Petra is making her annual appearance in the October painted pink build. She's almost finished already. I looked at a lot of Google images and decided that I liked a bright red finish on the Citroën more than any other color, so that's what I did this time. I airbrushed a Vallejo acrylic paint on. And you'll notice that I've already done the door cards, the same color that the repainted interior is going to be, looking like a tan leather. I like to show you as many steps in the restoration process as I can fit in a short 13-minute video. It's always good practice to clean all the parts in some hot soapy water. Better for the paint job, better for hygiene as well. Even though the Citroën windshield was in pretty good condition, I still give it a once-over with some plastic polish. It only takes 1 minute of my time. Sometimes that leaves a little bit of a haze on it, so the final step is to dip it in some Pledge Revive. Just like this. I cover it up and let it dry at least overnight, because it takes that long before you can handle it without leaving giant fingerprints on it. Today's community shout-out goes to the YouTube channel Nitro Speed. If you get there right away, you'll see his latest upload, which is a Porsche challenge. Cool stuff. There's a link in the description so you can find it and make a visit there at your own leisure. Thank you. While all of my airbrush equipment is up and running, why not take a moment to refurbish the interior? It's a classy car, and so I thought tan leather would fit the bill, and it looks sharp with the bright red body color. The Citroën SM is a high-performance coupe produced from 1970 to 1975. In 1961, Citroën began work on Project S, a sports variant of their DS model. As was customary for the firm, many running concept vehicles were developed, increasingly complex and upmarket from the DS. At some stage in the 9-year project, it evolved from developing a faster variant of the DS to developing an entirely new and thoroughly re-engineered car. Citroën had purchased Maserati in 1968 with the intention of harnessing Maserati's high-performance engine technology to produce a true grand touring car, combining the sophisticated Citroën suspension with a Maserati V6. The result was the Citroën SM, first shown at the Geneva Motor Show in March 1970. After the 1974 bankruptcy of Citroën, another French car manufacturer, Peugeot, took ownership of the company and in May 1975 divested from Maserati. The SM can boast of having had many celebrity owners. General Secretary of the Communist Party of the USSR, Leonid Brezhnev, Rolling Stones bassist Bill Wyman, Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia drove an SM, while Ugandan dictator Idi Amin had 7 of them. In pop culture, Burt Reynolds takes one out for a joyride in 1974's The Longest Yard. pretty sad demise for Bert's SM, but a brand new beginning for the one that I got from Artie's Diecast Workshop. Here are all the pieces carefully restored and ready to be reassembled. There's my new steering wheel, and although it pained me, I left that trailer hitch on. Nice shiny metal base with some tail light details, and the original wheel simply got a clean up and a polish. I've already put the doors back in, so the next piece is the windshield, followed by the all one-piece tan leather interior, longer axle in the front, you'll want to notice that, and a tighter wheelbase in the rear. On goes the metal base. Now you need to know that it was no small aggravation for me to get this to fit as well as I could in the back. You'll remember during the disassembly that there was a terrible fitment issue there and a real big gap. But I managed to close it as best I could and maintain the rolling status of the SM. Let's have a closer look. Beautiful up front, no worries there. And you'll see I did my best, but it just seems to be a manufacturing defect in the back. Doors are still functional. I blacked out the louvered window. And I think it's looking great. Thanks again, Artie, for sending this to me. It's a classic car. I still see the occasional one restored and on the road over here in Europe. And I did my best to bring yours back into near mint condition. As requested, I'm going to box it up and put it in a custom card with a certificate of authenticity on a holographic sticker and take this to the Goodwill store, where I have an understanding with the management they're not to be sold, but to be given out as free gifts to the boys and girls that visit there with their families. Thanks again for visiting my channel today. Feel free to leave a respectful comment below. Drive carefully. It's coffee time.